just got three things to say. God bless our troops, God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
There we go. And your screen.
What's going on, everybody? Sorry for the technical difficulties tonight. We're in the process of getting them all taken care of, but as of right now, we want to thank Jacob Faulkner, the 51, for coming tonight. Jonthan Baze, driver of the 69, excuse me.
Yes.
Jacob Raby, the driver of the 54, and Rachel Gauither, the driver of the 11. What's going on, guys?
Not much. Thanks for having us. Well, thanks for having me.
That's right. I'm new to all of this, so I'm excited for everything to come.
Awesome. So, what are your how's your car coming along?
Well, I bought into it, and it definitely needs a lot of work, but this year is really going to be more of a learn the grooves, figure out, the tracks and stuff. I've never raced on any of these tracks before, so everything's going to be a learning curve for me. But I'm more planning for next year to be my winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like you can get right in the car and hit victory lane.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all right. I haven't won a race yet, so in the mini cups.
Right.
Came close, but.
So, what's your plans?
My plans?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I really haven't thought about racing. It's been so busy with the snow and plowing and everything, but I just found out that, my trailer's like 5.5 feet buried in snow, so I can't even get to the trailer, the car, or anything, so.
Yeah, I know. One of my cars are in your trailer.
Yes, I know. we know that. So once we can get to the trailer, we'll get it home, get the car out, and strip it down. And it's kind of funny because my car, I'll work on it during the week, most of the week, and get the car, put the setup in it that I know. And it's kind of funny how the car doesn't even perform, but when I get into your car last race of the season, I brought it to second place. It's like, I just don't understand it. So, but hey, it is what it is.
And the funny thing is that the car that you got into, I haven't done anything to it but a paint job.
No, I know, because we had to do some stuff at the track on it. And
yeah, we didn't do much, though.
No, I went up on the camber, I believe. I went up on because I needed a camber because the thing just wanted to turn into the wall.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And it was definitely. Well, no, that was because of that. I remember that one. That was because of the steering was so off. I mean, it was so touchy. Plus, it was a new track for me. And that track is fast. And,
especially when it's like ice.
And, I don't really mean to bring up last year of that race, but I remember it very, very vividly that I remember somebody coming up to me. I forget who it was. You going to change anything? And I looked at the forecast, and it was like, oh, shit. It's going to be like 19 degrees out tonight. So I set up for the cool weather, and during that feature, the car, I was like, I looped it once. I'm like, oh, well, whatever.
Yeah, it's like ice.
There was some wrecks and stuff like that, and next thing you know, I got Jacob right behind me. I'm like, okay, he'll push me, And then I got Kendall in front of me, and I know Kendall's fast, and I'm like, there's no way I'm catching up to him. And green flag dropped, and I was right on him. I only had one attempt to really pass him, and that was coming out of 2, but I took the turn just a little on the sharp side, hit the rumble strips, and I was like, you know what, it's not worth getting him in. Yeah, it's not worth getting him in, going into 3 and 4. It's not worth wrecking him, throwing him into the grandstands. It's just not worth it. So I was like, you know what, we'll take second. So that was a fun night. I really enjoyed that night.
Yeah, Jacob was all pickled tank, and just for finishing third, and
Yeah. I mean, he helped me a lot. I mean, during the start, he drafted the heck out of me.
Yeah, he did very well for a track that was like ice.
It was.
And I'm sitting up in the tower, and I'm like, man, I tell you, I was watching him, and my hands were clenched onto the counter because I was nervous. Again, yeah, it's my kid. He's 23, but it's still, bringing back flashbacks of my racing days, and the reason why I had to retire. Right. And if he goes to hit the wall like I did in my mini stock, he's done.
Well, yeah, these cars weren't really built for hitting concrete at the speeds that we do go. You know, but yeah, I mean, I was behind Kendall. I was gaining him, and I could see the mist of the moisture coming off the track.
Yeah.
And there was one point, and I vividly remember this. He took the high side like he pulled a Darlington coming out of 4, and I'm like, he's gonna hit that wall. And then, we came in second, and he won. And the history of that exact chassis, I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It's a real fast chassis and stuff like that. So, I took this car. I didn't even lay eyes on it. I think I laid eyes on it that exact day.
Yeah, it's...
And I didn't even know anything about it. Took it out and was like, yeah. So everyone had problems that night. Jason had problems that night. And stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah, Jason would have won the championship if he didn't break.
Man,
he broke right in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised he didn't hit that friggin'
Yeah, I thought he was going
that
for a ride.
Armco barrier or whatever you want to call it. But he didn't.
Yeah.
Which is great.
So what I'm thinking about doing is talking to Brian Martin. With the amount of cars that we have, we're looking at almost 28 cars. And for the Claremont karting, that's just way too many cars for that small track.
Oh, of course.
So I'm gonna call Brian to see if we can actually split the ridges and the suspendeds up.
Right.
Then that way,
well,
10, 12, 13 cars per division, still a good race.
When I ran that track, when Archie ran it, and we were running champ karts, if anyone knows champ karts, they fly at that track. Now, that track, you have to run it, and no one, everybody I told that,
Listen up.
everybody I told that exact day, you have to run it like an egg shape. I don't care, you're not dive bombing anybody if you're going into the corner, coming off of, let's just say you're coming off of one, coming out of 2.
Which that was brought up in the meeting via Kendall.
Anyway, hold on. You have to run it that way because it's just a tight track. You want to keep the RPMs up, or if you don't, and if you go, we had a little joke a couple years ago saying, if you're coming out of the corner if you're not hitting your marks, you come out of the corner way too high, you're just mowing grass because there's nothing but grass around you. There's no walls, nothing. It's in the center of Claremont, the actual big track. Gotcha. Honestly, Pete, I mean, it's hard to say. There's probably gonna be a lot of guys that are gonna hate me, but I don't think we should be even running that track.
I just took the races that I could get.
I mean, it was a double S show when we had those few cars out there.
Yeah.
Guys also, and that's another thing too. Guys also need to know hot laps too.
Yeah.
That was very embarrassing, but we're over that. It's a new year, and hopefully everybody realizes.
So with the
I think the two divisions need to be honestly, they're two different cars.
Yeah. Well, we can't do it at the bigger tracks because they have a booked schedule. So
right.
But this is where the transponders are going to come in handy. And like I was talking, I'm going to try and become the official flagger. Seeing that now it's easier for me to do the scoring because we got transponders and receivers that are mandatory this year. So I don't have to stand there and write down every score. So if I can become the flagger, I can watch what's going on. If I see somebody doing something stupid, I can get right on the radio. Hey, 69, stop doing this or you're going to be black flagged.
Yep. How foolproof are those my laps?
How foolproof?
Meaning, have you ever heard of them screwing up?
No.
No?
No.
I mean, I wouldn't think so, but I mean,
and
the price you pay for them.
Yeah, and then the money race that my wife put up.
I don't.
June 15th at Hudson Speedway, Sarah put up $1,000 to win.
Yep.
For the J. Raby Memorial.
Okay.
So
if I'm wrong, you gotta be a part of the first 7 and at least race in 5 of those 7.
Yeah, you got to race in the first 5 races of the year in order to be eligible for that money race.
Yep.
So what we're gonna do is instead of doing the $1,000 to win, because that's not fair for the rigids, so we're gonna split it up.
Okay.
So it's gonna be $500 for the suspendeds, $500 for the rigids. And if we can add to the pot, I'd love to. So that way everybody can get something. What I would like to see us do is come up with $1,000 for the winner for each division, $600 for second, $400 for third, and then everybody from there on down. As long as you take the green, you get an automatic $50.
Okay. Well, there's a way to do that, to have money races.
Well,
and
we were only thinking on one money race because we don't want people driving like hammerheads all year.
you're gonna get hammerheads no matter what.
And this is gonna be, I see anybody driving like a freaking hammerhead during this money race, you will be black flag in parked.
And I will be on the sidelines because I'm not tearing up my stuff.
For a new guy like me, you're gonna have to kind of get into the terms as far as like hammerhead, and
Right.
It's all in the rule book.
Yeah, you this year you're
We'll
gonna have to
get
put the yellow stripes on the back, put your rookie stripes on the back.
Okay.
So. Yeah, Rachel had him last year. She's gonna have him again this year. But her car says "Concussion Queen" on the back of the car, so I know people will stay away from her.
That's good.
That was another
Nice
thing.
label on
That was
it.
another thing at Claremont. I was coming out of 2, and I'm following Kendall. I'm coming out of 2, and Kendall's cutting, basically getting in front of Rachel. Well, I kind of went a little further. I thought I clean clocked her.
Jacob Cook's car.
I thought I clean clocked her. Like, because she was a lap down. She was on the high side. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. No, Rachel, stay where you are.
Yeah, it's
that was a
funny.
fun race. It was cold. But
Sounds
Yeah,
like
it was cold.
just about everyone has gotten into the wall more or less, right?
Yeah,
Trust me,
Kendall.
I've done that at the start of my first race.
Well, make sure you put your steering wheel on.
I've heard that one even during the meeting.
Yeah.
Is that something that
Yeah.
she pulled it off or something?
Well,
or?
she was driving. When she put it on, she never pulled on it to make sure it was clicked on.
Yep.
You
So when she
have
went to
to
go in
do
the
it.
corner, the wheel was still in her hand, but wasn't on the car.
Oh shit.
So
And the black spot on from my car is still inside.
yeah. So,
I drove
but
the van over this year anyway, so.
it's common sense. Make sure your steering wheel's locked on.
Yep.
Can I mention something about
Yep.
steering? Another reason I don't know if my car is going to be ready for the first couple of races is I'm actually, well, let's just say straight shafts are not allowed anymore. And we're gonna
have like a brake in it, so
Mhm.
you
can
have to
get-
have a brake because I was thinking about it one day.
Yep.
And I says if that thing gives away, that whole thing is going to go right through my face.
Oh, easily.
And
Especially if you're hitting the wall
Right.
straight on at 90 miles an hour.
right.
Yeah.
Plus, when I turn already, my right hand when I'm turning is actually hitting is actually hitting the windshield.
Wow.
Every now and then. It depends on what track we're at, but no more straight shafts.
Yeah,
It
no, it's
can't
gonna have the
happen.
Heim joint in it, and
It has to have a Heim joint in it.
I'll have some spares in the trailer.
I have a whole box of them.
So, because I've been looking for steering shafts and steering racks.
Really? They
Yeah.
comes the same thing off of a golf cart.
I've
have a
asked-
whole shitload of them.
I've asked so many people for a steering column and a steering shaft. Nobody's had any, so I talked to this gentleman that's who runs mini cup cars out in Tennessee, I believe, and I'm swapping him 3 steering columns and steering shafts, steering columns and steering boxes
Well,
for a wrap for his car this year.
when you have a straight shaft, all you got to do is cut it.
Right. Well, they're
And just-
making me 3 brand new ones, 3 two piece.
Right. Well,
columns.
nothing's wrong with mine.
Yeah.
So you just cut it.
Yeah.
You just
But-
cuz.
Yeah, I'll have the parts trailer this year.
But yeah, I mean my car. We're gonna go through my car because like I said, every time I put a setup in it,
Yeah.
same setup I put in for years. I bring everyone else's car to the front, but mine's something's wrong with it. When I hit that wall
I think
head
you
on,
baby it too much.
Maybe it's too much.
You ride in other people's car. And you're
no,
like,
I blew
who
up.
cares?
How many motors did I blow up at?
2 at Riverside.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, we were.
And he tried to jump the freaking hill too. He was coasting
I
into
was
the
pit-
infield and tried jumping the hill.
I was that pissed off. I just wanted to I'm like, you know what? You want a show? Yeah, you're gonna get a show. And the car I couldn't do it.
But
so.
yeah, if people blow their motor in like a practice or something, I'll have brand new motors in the trailer all sealed, ready to go.
I have 4 of them in my
Yeah,
house.
$450. You guys can buy a brand new motor off me.
No,
Nice.
I have 4.
So-
I'll pack my stuff up and I'll save the $400 and
Okay.
bring it back next week.
Well, one of those are my motors, aren't they?
I don't know. have to look.
I think one of them are mine.
How many do you carry? Just
Usually I have 3.
I usually have.
I got 200 GX390s down there.
Is that what most people are running?
No.
No, we run the Predator 420s.
I got one motor in my room, and then I got 2 more in my trailer.
Yep.
But next question.
So it's
So I know I've got the Honda motor in mind.
yeah. Well, it has to be a Predator Predator 420 motor.
Yep.
You can buy one at Harbor Freight. When you do get it, make sure you bring it to us in the box.
Okay.
And that
You
way
can
we
actually
seal it.
You can consider that you're so damn. You live right behind me.
Yeah.
You could just bring it to my house. You know, I'll take the side cover off.
Yep.
I'll take the governor out.
Yep.
And then I'll seal it.
And then we'll seal it up.
All right,
These are the seals.
Yes, I remember you guys were going over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, those are the seal. Okay. Let's get a couple things straight with those seals. The new ones I ordered are a different color. However, if you already have one from last year, this is basically the blue.
Yep.
Basically says, hey, look, this is
You're an OG.
this-
You're already.
Well, this is 2024. 2025 is gonna be different.
Gotcha.
Different color.
Yep.
WKA does that with Brick and Stratton all the time.
So I won't be able to run with the motor I have currently, though. Or if I did, I probably won't be able to keep up with everyone. Is that?
No, it's not that. There is some differences in the motor.
Not much though.
There's not much, but we just want everybody to be on a level playing field, so there's no
All
one.
the same motors.
Right.
Right. It's just.
It's kind of the same thing we were talking about with the carburetors.
Right, that's gonna be another story. Any carburetor you buy off of Amazon, make sure you show it to me on your phone.
Yep.
Or bring a receipt.
Yep.
I don't care what it's either a stock Honda GX390 carb or a Predator 420 carb. I don't care what one it is, as long as it's off of Amazon and it's not a rocket carb.
I have the caliper for that.
Okay.
For ours.
So
You know what? You know what you do?
rocket carbs are banned from the series.
Wait, you know what you do? The best carb to run, and I'm going to tell you, 9 horse carb. Run it. I'm kidding. You'd be so slow and off the face.
You'd
And
be like a
9 horse
junior.
versus a 13?
You'd be a junior.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
you'd
just,
be-
I,
you'd be
I'm just
slow.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
We'll get you up to speed. Don't worry.
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
a 13 horsepower, either a Honda GX390 or a Predator 420 carburetor. You can get them right on Amazon for like $15.
Okay.
So any one of those will be fine. We will have the tech gauge for it, so there will be a little bit of leeway. But with the rocket carbs, there'll be no leeway. You're running a rocket carb, you're gonna get disqualified.
Right.
So and now we are looking for another tech guy because James,
Define rocket carb.
Josh Kirk carb. It's a $300 carburetor,
Excuse
and
me.
it is blown out to the max.
But can I say something? Define a rocket carburetor. No. Not. Don't just say that. Don't just say people's names. Define it, because you can actually go to EES right now and buy literally from stage 1 to stage. I'm kind of making this number up, but it's stage 35.
But it's
And-
not stock.
Yeah.
If we have the
That's
no-go,
why I have the no-go. I have
The
the
no-go
no-go
gauge.
caliber.
right?
So I mean, I'm this year, and I'm also bringing this up now. I'm also bringing this up now while we're here. I'm not here as a president. I'm here just as a racer. I'm not the president anymore of the series. I will be the director of safety. Okay, that means all fire suits, all seats, anything to do with the driver, and anything to do with the safety components of the car. And everybody will get, everybody usually is safe. There's a couple of cars last year that I noticed that was like, oh man. But yeah, I'm gonna be the director of safety. And I am the vice president. I stepped down as president. There was a reason. The reason is I just want to go out and race and not be told if something happens out there, not be told you should know better, this and that, blah, blah, blah. No, we all should know better. That's one thing. And another thing I want to nip in the butt. and I'm gonna go. I'm not. There's nobody in particular that said this, but I've heard it through other divisions. You know, about these cars and stuff like that. And anybody can drive any car. Doesn't matter if it's your car, race. It doesn't matter if it's your street car, race car, whatever. You get into these cars. You know, take your hats off every once in a while to these people because these guys that get into these cars. I mean, we got 60-year-old guys. You know, we got kids in them and stuff like that. Take your hats off to these guys because, you know, yeah, we're on a bigger track, bigger scale. You're gonna get a little bit of. It's gonna look slower, but try getting into these cars and racing them. Put your legs in front, where the front bumper is, and race and do 80 miles an hour. You know, it doesn't take. It takes a lot of guts and a lot of tunnel vision too. And you know, it's very, very limited. You know, I remember last year my car. Man, I was going in the corner. I'm looking through a 6x6 inch out of the window. You know, I'm not looking because of the first of all the sun glare, especially the hot sand. So,
Star.
I mean, I have a what $60 Prism. You know, shield, and that doesn't do anything. But what I'm trying to get to is, you know, a lot of these people, you know, oh yeah, look how cute these blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, a lot of people think they're snooze fest, and they're really not.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is let's get the pack closer, closer together, do tandem racing. That was my whole main goal doing it, but it's very, very difficult to do, unless you really, really want. Unless people actually sit there and purchase spec engines,
right?
From everybody.
Yep.
And you know what? I think this series, that you and I created, you know, it's different now because there's no favoritism. There's none of this, none of that. It's all in fun.
Right.
It's family fun. You know, I even, you know, my kid's gonna get in the car. Probably, hopefully by the middle to the end of the season, you know, and pass that off to him, hopefully, if he likes it. I don't know. But, you know, you have, you know, everybody. What was I going to say? What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. But, you know, take your hats off to some of these guys that get in these cars. You know, you get into pretty much a coffin, I want to call it. You're basically sitting in an Indy car when you're in it, you know, and it's not, you know, it's not the fate of heart, especially when it's 105 degrees out. Oof. And, you know, you're really sweating. I mean, I actually went out and bought an air system for my helmet.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I bought the pump and everything. I got the pump and everything and stuff like that. So
nice.
Hopefully that will help a little bit. Like I said, we're still going to use my car almost like an R&D car. It's going to be legal and stuff like that. But we're going to basically use it as an R&D, trying new things like that system, a suppression system, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Hopefully. Last time I ran a suppression system, it was 120 degrees out, and it blew up in my face.
Oh, Jesus.
A long time ago. Yeah, that was fun. But
it's crazy. But yeah, whenever you're ready for your body to get done, let me know. Just bring it over.
Okay.
And just, you know, tell me what you want for a wrap, and we'll get it done for you.
Do you want wrinkles in it?
My cars don't look like your face.
It'll look better though.
I have wrinkles. You have more wrinkles than I do, pal.
But yeah, so it's yeah. I mean, with your car, what do you got left to do to yours?
Honestly, that's something I definitely need someone who is more experienced than that, like him, who's going to be taking care of safety, for instance. Definitely would like someone with that experience to be able to take a look at it and be like, okay, get new bearings, you know, start fresh with this, change the axle out, like.
We'll cheat you up. Don't worry. I'm just kidding. No, it's not about cheating. It's actually about going out and have fun.
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna win your first couple of races. You got to get used to it, and you got to shake it. It's called the shakedown and stuff like that.
See, this is where we have the
all
the testing tunes at Hudson.
And another thing that right from day one in the front of the book of the series was unity. Okay, we want unity, and there was I forget where it was. I was in one of your cars waiting to go out, Pete, and Ken Goodrow came in, and there was 5-6 other competitors trying to get him out there, and he got out there, and we all worked together, there's some guys that well, so we got a couple guys a little rough around the edges, but you'll get used to them and stuff like that. On the track, it's totally different, obviously.
Oh yeah.
But
We're all there to help each other.
yeah, we're all there. Off the track, we're all really good friends. I mean, I remember. I don't know if he's watching. Is Jason Faulkner watching?
He's probably out salting.
Well, if he's watching this, he's gonna like this one. Me and Jason Rompry, he's actually a competitor of ours. He's been a competitor for a long time.
Yep.
Before me.
He's been driving one of my cars. This would be the
Well, no, I'm
third
talking
year?
about back in the day, and me and him never got along. In the other series, we hated each other. I literally hated each other. And me and him are really, really, really good friends now, and that's a friend to have because he's very knowledgeable and stuff like that. He's a great guy. A lot of these guys are, some people will come up to you and ask you,
I know it's very competitive.
Just
when
get
you're
them
like,
in. If once you get used to it, okay, you don't have to tell them, yeah, I'm running this, and this. Just get just give them a ballpark figure, I mean, I don't care. People can look at my car and just be like, oh, okay, I don't care. What are you running for stagger? I honestly don't know. There's a few times it was like that, so. But yeah, we'll get you going. I mean, I can throw a rock at your house.
Yes. Pretty much.
So it's very we're really close. So if you ever need pot, I got tons of pots at home and stuff. So
I can't wait, man. I'm excited to be involved in
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Fully.
yeah, I mean I can even with the rigids, I can actually appraise the rigid for you and tell you what year it is, who made it, where it was made. There's a few things I gotta look at.
All right, man.
And stuff
I've
like
noticed
that.
in the racing community, it is very, like you said, unity, right? Because
Actually, a lot of nowadays, I don't know if you follow NASCAR at all.
not much.
Okay.
Not much.
You're not missing much. But if you follow the Cars Tour,
Yep.
that's late models.
Yep.
There was a couple of Justin Marks that owns Trackhouse Racing, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Kevin Harvick, and I think there's somebody else. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. They created a late model series that is all about unity. No fighting, no nothing, none of that crap. If you're caught fighting, you're done for the year.
Yeah.
We are that strict.
Yeah.
Because-
We're there to have
good,
fun,
guys.
not put on a show for people, and we're there to put on a racing show,
We're
not
not-
a fight show.
Yeah, we're not there to pull out John West Townsley. Remember that one, the WDE fight
Yeah.
that he had. But we're there to unity and stuff like that. I mean, there is one person that I'm definitely gonna miss this year, and that's my best friend. My best friend Chris. I will be at the track helping him a lot with the street stock. The next couple of weeks I'm gonna be at his house, like building, helping build a motor and stuff like that. So I can get to know that car, so when I get in it, and stuff like that. It's
Yeah,
all about
We're
trial
live
and error.
on Facebook right now.
It's all about trial and error.
Nice.
If you know something's not working, I could tell you I could tell you off air what,
So like I had the
five little changes. All I can
go-
say is 5 little changes at a time.
Gotcha. I had the experience to go to Cannon, the racetrack, and my buddy, well, 2 of my buddies, one of them races this Mazda.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the other one, first time ever too, he brought his Camaro, I believe it was,
Mhm.
or something of that nature. And both vehicles broke down. And what's crazy is we didn't know anybody, but yet everyone was lending us tools, lifts,
Oh, so-
jacks, whatever we needed to kind of.
Yeah, it'd be the
Yeah.
same thing here.
figure
Well, it was like
things out.
that. It was like that. Me today.
Yep.
I was out plowing. I got stuck in the ditch.
No shit.
Some guy just pulled over, winched me out, didn't winch me out, but pulled me out, boom, very, very nice people, and nowadays it's hard to come by.
Yeah.
Oh, it is, absolutely.
It's very hard to come by nowadays, but we strongly, what are you doing?
I'm
Well, I see what you're doing. We strongly encourage the unity, just because it makes you feel more comfortable. Guys are not going to tell you exactly what they're running. They'll get you in the ballpark, but they're not going to tell you exactly what you're running.
Well, that's the first thing I was mostly nervous about, but Peter made me aware.
You gotta.
He's like, we got you. He's like, we're gonna help you out. We're gonna make sure you're involved.
Oh,
You're part of this.
When it comes to the ridges, Pete's like, "Can you go and help them?" Because honestly, it's like a big champ card, and it's,
I think it might be a Facebook thing that's going on because it's black screen again. Go ahead and talk, guys. I'll be right back.
But yeah, I remember when the rigids. Actually, I remember the mini cuts started back in '92 at Sugar Hill Speedway. I have a picture of it, and that was the biggest field that you've ever seen. And now they're all coming out of the woodworks. These mini cuts are coming out of the woodworks. Yeah, sometimes you got to travel and stuff like that. Me and Pete traveled to, where do we go? Seekonk, outside of south of Seekonk to get 2 cars. And those 2 cars will actually be on the track this year, hopefully. And then, I own that car. I own one, he owns one, so.
Yeah, he was saying he's planning on picking up 2 more from Maine, too.
Yeah. 4 from West Virginia.
4 from West Virginia?
Yep,
He was saying
4 from West Virginia. Oh,
so you get the camera facing in
the wrong way.
Pete's good. Pete.
Yeah,
Too
4
many
from West
cars,
Virginia.
man. How do you keep track of
This
all
ain't the day. Well, this ain't the day when I had to junior download. So.
And then I'll just read the comments to you.
What were the comments?
Beautiful.
I'll take some questions.
It's black screen. Turn your camera
Oh,
back
we able to
on.
read the
It's
comments
black,
in about 2
black
seconds.
screen. Yeah, he just turned the camera back around, guys. So just be with us. Oh wait, they can't even hear me. So
There we go.
anyway, but I'll read the comments to you though.
Well, we can see him right here, bub.
Actually,
That too.
So,
it's a little delayed, but it's okay.
but yeah, it's a little delayed, but we're on my personal page now, guys. So we'll get this technical difficulty fixed up soon. But yeah, so it's if anybody hasn't been watching, this is Jonthan Baze, the driver of the '69 rigid car. Jason Faulkner, the driver of the '51.
Everybody on there knows me.
Yeah, and then we got Jacob in the other room, and Rachel Gauither in the other room as well. But sorry for the technical difficulties, but we'll get it all posted out later on because we are actually recording, so everybody can watch it from the beginning. So, but yeah, so.
So, Pete, how do you feel about being the new president here? I mean, you like to make these decisions no matter what without my
But it must be nice knowing now you kind of have some charge over, the calls. And things
To a certain extent.
The thing was, I had no calls because I was in the car.
Yeah, and now it was all on me, so it's.
I was in the car the whole day.
If anybody's watching this right now on my Facebook page, if you can be a tech guy and not have any affiliation with anybody on this series, get a hold of me. We need a tech guy horribly bad. I personally will pay your way into the track every single time we go.
Sign me up.
So,
I'm
but
affiliated.
we need a tech guy that's not going to take anybody's bullshit. If you say they're disqualified and they start yelling at you, you give them a warning.
Hey.
So, but you give them a warning saying you keep it up, you'll be suspended for a day with a loss of 10 points.
We don't want to go around here.
But we don't want to do that. We just need somebody who's actually going to be, ruthless and not let anybody get away with anything and just we need a tech guy. Get a hold of me. But yeah, Jonthan is new to the series. He's going to be driving the rigid this year. And it's just
Hey, how's your forearms?
I'd say pretty good. I did have a pretty bad
How's your,
motorcycle accident, so
this is not going to sound right, but everybody that runs a rigid knows. How's your ass? You're going to be bouncing around on that seat.
Oh yeah,
It's going to be...
I've been whipping it around. I do have the a running track around my house, which I probably shouldn't be fucking bringing that thing on.
Not in dirt.
Oh, you know what?
No, it's a track, but for like sprinting.
Oh yeah. You know what I want to do? I want to call the New Hampshire Motor Speedway and see if we can set our booth up there and bring a couple of Cup cars all NASCAR week. That would be pretty cool.
Are they open to like
You can.
public? You know, people coming in
Oh, yeah?
bringing their own vehicle.
No, not really because of insurance reasons, but they do have a charity run where you can take your car on the track.
Yep.
Well, obviously, you can't go 100 miles an hour, but they do have a charity
You know what
run
you
on
do? You wait for the Christmas time when the Christmas lights are
that.
going.
You're not on
and
the track, though. You're on the road course. You're not on the physical track.
For a little section of it.
For a little section, you know, the French from from turn 3.
Right, but
I mean,
not
turn
enough,
4.
not enough to get going.
Right.
Oh, you want to make a bet?
But I would like to see if we can actually get a race over there on the go-kart track in turn 1 and 2.
Where is the go-kart track over there?
In turn 1 and 2.
And 1 and 2. I'll show you a picture after.
Yeah, but that would just cost a ton of money.
Sean Fowler said hi.
Hi.
So,
I can't. I mean, it's a little delayed, but hi,
Yeah.
Sean.
but yeah, that'd be pretty cool to have a race over there, though. New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Why? It's just a name. Let's just stick to what.
I'm like I said, I'm gonna be calling them again tomorrow to see if I can talk to somebody to see if I can actually set a booth up over there for race week. I'll go on vacation that week.
I think it's nice. It's not like these local tracks, Pete. You gotta pay a
It would be pretty
money.
cool though.
It'd be cool,
No,
but
I paid $1,200
you
to
know,
go to the Deerfield Fair.
Archie Archambault used
Yeah.
to do that when they used to close Concord down. I
Yeah.
have pictures of the old Ridgets.
Oh, nice.
We probably have every one of them, those cars now,
Probably.
because that's all there was back.
Well,
then,
we
was
can't find
Ridgets.
them around here anymore. I bought them all.
Well, I got 3.
You can't find any more cars around here.
Well, just like I was telling him, the Chancellor has his.
No, Matt LeChance Stone has his. John Roach has it. John Roach has 3 cars
Oh.
I've been trying to get for 3 years.
I mean, my whole end goal here, is not mini cups.
Hmm.
It's going to be Dwarf Car Legend or that street stock. If I'm going to get 2 races of street stock next year. This year. But see what happens. You know. But yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah, we're just, the series is growing extremely fast.
I was emotional. I was actually really emotional when I started seeing because the whole dream was. I mean, even when you had Legendary, you and I behind the scenes going,
Yep.
we can get more cars.
Yeah. Londonderry, we had a total of 22 cars in one race, but half of those were from Maine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And we stopped racing in Maine.
yeah, but as of right now, the 603 Super Mini Cup Racing Series is the largest Mini Cup racing series
The premier series.
anywhere.
Yeah.
We are up to 28 cars, and it's still growing.
That is awesome.
Now, do all 28 show up? Yeah, most
We'll
of
see,
it.
right?
Well, no,
We'll have
maybe
at least
22.
we'll have at least
Some people, people
18
have
to
outings.
22.
People,
every
it's the
week.
summertime. People have weddings, outings, whatever,
Right.
stuff like that. So
Yeah, we'll have at least 18 to 22 cars weekly. So,
That's
will
a
we
healthy number, though.
will we ever have 28 to 30 cars show up? October 4th at Lee USA Speedway. I can guarantee you everybody's going to be there.
Yeah.
well, let me tell you something too. Well, not let me tell you something. Let me tell him the story about that damn good rate. I mean, I was actually in it, but 25-cent part broke on me at that Hudson race.
Yeah.
Everybody for 2.5 weeks later were coming up to us at the booths
Mm-hmm.
and saying, "Whoa."
Yep.
So.
A lot of people thought that these cars were slow and they're just regular go-karts and whatnot. And Ben Brzezowski calls them murder cups
Murder.
I call them murder cups,
because they're not slow. You guys, everybody seems to think that they're a snooze fest watching these cars at the track.
too. You know,
Get in one.
get in one.
Guaranteed you change your
Well, that's
mind.
what I was just saying. Like, get in one.
Yeah.
I think one person out of a full-size car has actually been in one. I mean, which is Ryan Nelson.
Mm-hmm. And he's one with my car.
Yeah, well,
Hudson.
I know that. And, tip your hat off to him because he's like, holy shit, these things.
Yeah.
And they do pull G-force, too,
Mm.
at the right banking. I know not Londonderry. I know at Lee we pull G-force going on the 3 and 4.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact.
98 miles an hour.
Because I was like, why am I so tired?
Yeah.
You know, and then I mean they're not built to hit concrete. They're built. I mean, I could tell you that. I mean, whenever you get some time, I could tell you the whole history of how these got designed, developed, and everything. You know,
Which I'm still wondering, like, they don't make them anymore, right?
Yeah, they do.
They still
Yeah.
do?
There's a gentleman,
But,
Wayne.
like, rigid?
Oh, yeah. There's a gentleman, Wayne, out in Maine. He'll build you a brand new chassis for $2,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
that's
cheap.
actually a suspended one. I'm pretty sure a rigid might be a little cheaper. I just had one of my rigids, the whole front end re-clipped, and it cost me $800.
And don't sell yourself short when you have a rigid. I mean, I'm converting one right now into a suspended.
Yeah.
It's very simple to do.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's your first year.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm taking it easy. I'm just here to
don't
have fun.
don't. If you say you're gonna take it easy,
Not necessarily, but
Flat-foot
I'm
it,
not here to
go.
fucking hammerhead anything and fucking just, gun for the first place. I know.
I mean, me and Jacob, we hammerhead. We not hammerhead. We bump draft constantly.
Yeah, Bruce, I'll be contacting you soon about those two cars.
Yeah, just like when you attacked me before I could even get out of my car.
Yep.
Londonderry.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for the reminder.
But yeah, I'm gonna call Bruce probably this weekend about Cook's two cars. So yeah, Bruce, I'll call you and we'll talk. We'll talk.
I want the body off the floor.
So
I want a white body.
Yeah.
There's a reason why.
What color is your body gonna be?
I'm not sure yet.
Dude, do it flat black, because if it gets messed up, just freaking paint. And I did mine flat black.
That's probably
last
not a
year.
bad idea.
Yeah.
I did mine flat black last year.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'm just.
But yeah, you could still see yellow.
I've sent him most of my pictures. We're gonna do, because I'm an electrician, licensed here in New Hampshire. So
Yeah, you sent me the two logos I gotta get made up.
I want to get some of those Sparkies fucking thing on there. Just kind of bring some light to all that
Yeah,
stuff.
right.
I find that to be kind of my motive there.
A what?
Sparky?
What's that?
Electrician? Well, you'll have to show him the picture.
Yeah, I'll show them after this.
Oh, it's your profession. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like me, I'm a welder. So.
Oh, nice.
You
Nice.
know.
See, I really want to see if we can get more females into this division.
Yeah, because you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. If I need a backup driver, there's only two people that are gonna fit in it. Okay, it's gonna be a female, because my seat is like literally custom fit. Yeah, I know the comments are gonna start, but my seat is actually I made my seat, because I can't fit anything else. And it hugs you, it really hugs you. But it's like getting in Chris's that Camaro. Chris is like, we're just gonna get a couple of pillows, and we're gonna be like,
Yeah, right. You move 4 feet.
But no, like my son would fit in it, obviously, and I fit in it because the way my seating position is, and I honestly think that should be a rule. The way from your shoulders up should be forward. Reason being, you wouldn't have, and I don't know if he's watching, but you wouldn't have to have a spotter, because you can see in your peripherals.
Right, but you got to make sure. You also have to make sure that the driver's comfortable too.
Yeah, though that's where I'm comfortable.
Right.
And that's where I'm comfortable.
As long as the seats are,
not
installed right. As long as they're installed properly, you can sit any way you want.
No,
but as long as it's installed properly and safely.
I knew you were. Yeah. Okay.
So.
Well, another thing too. Yeah, thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. I knew he was gonna say that.
I knew you were a chick. That's funny.
What, do you want to come over and play?
It's just the body.
No, that's because when I've seen guys in these things, I've saw out the last year. I mean, I'm not gonna name who, but there's a few of them that when they sat in it, when you have your helmet on, you're looking through the beak and you can't see nothing.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you be able to see. But with the sun glare, I think it's more worse with the sun glare at Star than anywhere else.
Yes, Star is horrible.
I won't run.
Especially coming out of 4.
I'm going to be learning brand new right off the rip. So obviously, all this advice is wonderful for me.
John, I'll show you a video after this of Star. With the Star
My
race.
car will never touch. My car, my truck, my trailer will never touch Star again. I will never race there again. Personal reasons.
Oh, Sean Fowler said he'll love to help people out too.
I'll take you up on that, brother.
You know, I will never race. I mean, I'm not talking smack about the track. It's a great track. Bobby Weber did a lot of great work to it. I just won't run it. I've had nothing but bad luck at that place. Even in one of your cars.
Yeah.
The friggin' whole entire spindle fell off. I almost hit that's another car almost jumped.
Mm-hmm. I went out to Star and ran my last race ever, and that was with Jacob. And I think I looped it twice with a car that we just slapped together the same day we went to the track.
Yeah.
No weight,
So-
nothing.
Yeah, it's when I broke my chain and everything too.
Yeah, yeah. I had no weight in the car. I went out there with no setup. We just slapped tires on the car. We just put a body on it, slapped tires on it, and now we're racing.
Yeah, but we
Just
but
making it happen.
we teched it. We teched it. It passed.
Well, yeah. I made sure it was safe, but we did absolutely nothing to that car.
Yeah. You know who really got the raw end of the stick at Star? Not just Star, but other tracks. It was Chris Kingsley.
Yeah.
Man, that kid. I'm telling you, I remember that Star race, and
Is Star
I
like
go right.
just a...
No, it's a shape of a star.
Oh.
No, not really. No, it's
Are
oval.
most of the tracks?
It's oval and flat.
Okay.
It's actually
Hudson Speedway is banked.
the backstretch banked.
But for the most part, everything we're racing is an oval, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only odd track is probably Claremont, and the biggest track is Lee.
The other one that's also odd
Thank you,
too
Mikey.
is
Appreciate that.
the only one that's also odd as well is the karting track as well.
No,
Yeah, that's-
Claremont's a freaking. There is no turn 2.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, there's no turn 2, but I'm talking about the karting track.
The karting track has nothing to do with it. Well, no, nothing really to do with.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's the smallest track
I've
that we're
already said
running.
we don't belong on
Which
that
one's
track.
Claremont karting.
Claremont.
Yeah, that's one where we're gonna have to Lee is Talladega for Mikey Green. You are right. Yep.
He is Talladega, yeah.
So
That's why you got to get in the back and
Yep.
stay behind the guy. Me and Kendall, the first time I ever raced Kendall.
the start
We
the
did that.
Lee Speedway, don't get out of the draft because you'll go right to the back. Running these cars is no different than running a real race car.
Okay.
You stay in the draft. You get out of the draft, you're screwed. You're
Yep.
going right to the back.
Yep.
So that's the same thing with Londonderry. Londonderry Raceway is the largest and fastest go-kart track in New England.
Mm.
I wish I still had that place, man. But things happen. You know, the
Time to
owner.
move on.
Yeah, the owner. I'm the fifth person the owner's pushed away. So I have to put in a lot of money into the track, but I'm not going to get into that. But you know, he called me and asked me if I wanted the track back. I told him no.
Yeah.
Yeah, some stones are
So-
left.
I
better left
I
on
can
track.
Steven, I can answer that because you got an Android. That's why.
Why is the back banner backwards?
It's an Android thing.
Yeah,
Because you have it face forward.
yeah,
You don't have it
it's,
face back.
yeah, it's. Well, we're live on my phone right now, not on the podcast. You know, live on Facebook and YouTube because there's issues with it right now, Steven. So next week it'll be better.
Yeah, like I said, I just want to say thanks, Steve, for letting me keep my trailer over there
Yeah.
during the snowstorm.
Steve is the owner of DeFrancisco Roofing. He's one of our major sponsors of the series.
Okay, cool.
So
Nice. Where's he out of?
he's out of Derry, New Hampshire.
Deer, New Hampshire.
Yep.
That's local for me.
Yep.
I could use a new roof.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you his number.
All right.
Definitely. And he's really good.
Yeah, if
so.
you need a new roof, I could tell you the guy not to go to. Dude, I had my shed done.
Yeah.
The shed or the
And
garage?
You're talking about a shed?
No, not the shed, the garage.
Oh, okay.
I had the garage done, right? Had a couple motors sitting out, just waiting, just to put some stock pistons in it and stuff like that.
Yep.
Well, it has a cedar. It had cedar. Didn't even have plywood. It had like cedar slats.
Up top.
All inside, all of my toolbox, everything. The car, everything. I was
Oh,
pissed.
No.
And I know the guy. I mean,
Yikes.
the guy's not a family friend. I wouldn't say he's just someone that we know of and know.
I'll
Person. And
I'll,
I was pissed.
I'll
But
call-
that was my fault because I didn't cover nothing up. So.
I'll talk to Steve tomorrow in bowling to see if he can go over to my mom's house and take a look at the garage and see what he can do.
What are you talking about? It's already been done.
I thought you said there was something wrong with it.
Hi,
No.
Ryan.
Oh, okay.
It was
Okay.
when they went boom, 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 stapled it all down, all that cedar.
You know
came.
Ryan?
Yeah, he's the one I got the car off.
Oh, okay. Hey, Ryan,
he
what's up?
races the the Mazda.
Oh, all right.
Little Miata.
All right. What's up, Ryan?
Is he from Nashville?
He's up in Auburn.
Cause I hear a bunch of these Fast and Furious guys going down Lake Street all the time.
I will not. I plead the fifth.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all good.
Yeah, we're. I'm really excited for this year.
I am too.
I
but I'm
didn't
not.
expect to have as many cars as we have. So
Well, not just that.
So it's what, 13 rigid?
so far it's 13 rigids and
13 Oh, that's a lot of hazards. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
And
that's
what?
good.
It's four of us. Four of us that are brand new, right? Completely.
More than 4.
It's more than four.
More than 4.
I mean, that gives me hope. Not for nothing.
Let's
Because
see.
I was a little nervous. I would just be competing against all experienced weathered
No.
guys already.
I mean, even experienced guys.
Yeah.
Even us. I mean, we're always. It's just something always going on with our cars or something. And we pull in, you know.
Yeah, nothing's
Because-
ever perfect.
The best thing for you to do is get that thing ready for open practice.
Yep.
And it's open practice to anybody at Hudson.
Yep.
That's on my birthday this year, right? The 8th? Last
something
year was on
like
the 7th, but anyway.
April 6th
April
6th.
6th.
is the first
Just
one.
go and
April-
just test and tune.
You got April 6th. Then you got April 17th, and then you got April. I think it's the 19th. Give me 1 minute. April 19th is our Claremont race, and then 21st is the last test and tune for them.
Mm-hmm.
And are
Man,
we
another
ever
thing-
staying like overnight? Or,
Yeah, I do. I usually do.
Riverside.
so we
Riverside.
race multiple days in a weekend.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
Riverside, it's about a 3.5-hour drive. You want to you want to actually kind of go up with somebody, and you can have a tent or whatnot. But last year, me and Sean, not last year, 2 years ago, Sean's listening. He's probably listening somewhere. Hey Jacob, what's up, Cook? Me and him got locked in the pits. So all of a sudden it was dark out. We were talking. It was raining, so we were in the trail, back with the trailers. And all of a sudden, we got locked in. We're starving. So what happened was they just dummy locked it.
Yep.
And so we went out. I had to undo my we undid the trailers, got something to eat, came back, locked it. Then we got locked in. We were obviously locked in, but yeah, that was the day at night I blew my motor.
That sounds exciting, though.
All right,
It
so
is fun.
so to give you an idea,
Or you can just go to a Walmart parking lot, pull your car out.
I hear there's never any issues with
Yeah,
staying
no.
in the parking lot there.
No.
So, yep.
so to give you an idea on what you're looking at this year for the rigid division.
Yep.
We have the number 3, Derek Forrest.
He's new.
We have the 10X of Keith Levine. He's old.
Okay.
Number 11 of Rachel Gauither.
Yep.
Number 42, Cale Billings. 73, Clyde Chatney. The 24, Paul Sipe. The number 5, Richard Hupy.
What?
The 69, which is you.
Nice number.
The number
It's
38,
original.
number 38 of Richard Hupy again.
That's why I
Well,
went with it.
brothers or something like that.
Okay.
The number 14 of Josh McGinnon.
I'm pretty sure those guys are new.
Yes, they are.
All right, I'm going to rattle off real quick. We're only got 5 more minutes here.
Yep.
So I'm going to rattle off the schedule.
Yep.
You
Real
know
quick.
it is scrolling already, but yeah, go ahead.
You what?
It's
It
scrolling,
keeps
but
recording, but that's okay. Go ahead.
All right, so here's the schedule for this year for 2025 603 Super Mini Cup Series.
And real quick, I have not
Like you
decided which races are going to be the Battle of the Belt races yet. I will get to it.
All right, so we got April. We got, as you guys just heard, we got the. Hold on one second. I'm just kind of reading comments too while I'm reading.
Yeah,
While
I
I'm
see
talking,
that.
reading, and everything. April 6th, we're going to have open practice at Hudson.
There's 3 of them.
And the 17th of April, which is actually Bentley's birthday, my son. And there's another one. Do you know the date?
I think it's April 24th.
April 24th.
it's either the 24th
So
or
it's
the
every-
29th.
Every weekend almost of April.
Okay.
Hi, Patty. My sister.
Hi, Patty. She probably doesn't even know it's me. April 19th will be at the big at Claremont. We're going to be doing the big track. That's our season opener. May 17th will be Monadnock. The 26th will be at Hudson. June 1st, Claremont Karting. June 7th, Riverside. June 13th, Star. June 15th, Hudson, which is going to be the J. Raby Memorial race that we actually went over. July 5th will be Star. 19th, Riverside. 27th will be at Hudson again.
16th Monadnock.
All right. August 16th, back to Monadnock. September 1st, Hudson. Back to Hudson. Doing a lot of Hudsons. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
October 4th, Lee, USA. 17th or the 18th is going to be the Claremont Karting Big Track for the closer for the season. So yeah.
Also,
I mean,
What's the Christmas parade?
Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not done.
Yep, go ahead.
The schedule could we could add one or two more races or whatnot. We don't know as of yet. But as we go, we try, and we're always talking to. Pete is always talking to the track owners and see if we can come back again. It all depends on feedback from the grandstands and stuff like that. Usually it's pretty good feedback, but sometimes a lot of these tracks, they're already set in stone for what they're going to have for the rest of the season. So that's all I got to say.
The Christmas parade this year, possibly. We don't know if we're going to drive the cars this year. They may be trailered. So
What?
we'll see what happens with that.
What, over the train tracks and you freaking was ripping half the car apart?
No, we went over them fine 2 years ago.
That was a blast.
But we drove them home all the way from Elm Street all the way here.
Wow.
We drove the mini cup cars home after the parade. Yep.
That's pretty sweet.
So we're looking through.
Red light.
So at March 6th to the 9th, the Auburn Mall in Auburn, Maine. March 28th and 29th, I believe, are the 2 dates for the Vermont Motorsports Expo. We will be doing the Deerfield Fair this year, and we will also be doing the Granite State Fair this year.
Rochester.
Awesome.
Used to be Rochester,
yes,
right? Yeah.
yep.
Well,
So we are looking for sponsors to help us pay for those spots. Deerfield Fair last year we had a 20 by 30 spot. It's just too small. We got to double the
Didn't
size
you
this
guys?
year.
Didn't your canopies blow away?
No,
Or was it the year before?
no, that was up at Rochester Fair where it destroyed the side of my trailer.
Oh, man.
But we are looking for sponsors to help us set up there. It's just as of right now, our major sponsor right now is DeFrancisco Roofing out of Derry, New Hampshire. Thanks, Steve, for continuing with us. As soon as the body of the car gets done, I'll be sending you photos again. Road plates out of Massachusetts. We got Top Gun Automotive.
Down to Scale Services.
Who? Down the Scale Services.
Cruising with Mary.
Cruising with Mary. We're on her show a lot with the Cruising with Mary show. We're actually just on her show earlier today. It's just Granite State Glass for all the Lexan he's been giving me. Rockstar Graphics. It's just.
Whoa! You get free Lexan now?
Yep. So, Adam, you can't even get it. You can get in the car, but getting out of it's going to be the problem for you.
Oh, you want to hear about that? You want to hear about something?
You need a mini cup truck.
That 88. Do you see the picture of me getting out of it? Because I was so cramped.
What,
in
my
it.
green one?
Oh God, it was brutal.
I don't know. Kale get out of it, no problem. But he's the size of a freaking toothpick.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway.
But all right, guys. Well, we're out of time for tonight. We'll make sure that we're gonna get everything fixed for next week. So tune in next week, and we're gonna see if we can get what's next week's date.
Who's Adam?
Adam Whittier, a friend of mine.
He's racing.
What's up, Juice Man?
So next week, it's the 27th, Jacob?
20th.
Okay, so in 2 weeks we'll have 4 new rigid drivers on with us. We'll actually have a bigger spot in here. I'm gonna clean up this office and make more room. But thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next week. Have a good night.